All right, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're gonna be talking about all the upgrades I made since Oceanside 7.3, and for that, we gotta head to Cervelo. All right, we're here at Cervelo, meeting up with Terry. We've done some upgrades to the bike since the half Ironman, and I'm excited to see it. Schedule has been crazy. I've been traveling, going to Europe, Coachella, all that kind of stuff, and so, yeah, I've seen my bike in a couple of weeks, I think a month. And I'm excited to see all the changes we did. Hopefully Terry, I'm gonna have Terry explain to you why we made the changes that we did, and yeah.
I'm going off of about the 80 millimeter width here. Basically your old position with the 170 cranks, I had you at, your satellite was about 73 centimeters from center of BB, which I'm measuring from the other side, to here at 79.5 degrees is about where you were. I've now moved you basically up and forward, so we're at about 81 degrees now, and your saddle height, because the cranks are about a centimeter shorter, your saddle height came up just about 1 cent, so you're at about 74 saddle height. So what's happened is you moved up here. Let's see how you settle into that position. There's a chance we might actually go to the longer stem on this bike.
Okay.
So, which is kind of cool because people could argue on it, you would require a 54 centimeter bike based on our metrics. We're very similar. This is a 56. You are fitting into it well, and even looking at the stem length, which is what you would find for like the taller people.
Oh, wow.
So it's just the modern trend of triathletes, an more open hip angle and clocked forward. You're kind of doing this. So I think you'll get on this bike, and when you go and ride it the first time, I think you'll be like, okay, this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So
what are some of the reasons why someone would change the crank length?
your saddle now is up higher. You're clocked forward, so your back goes from this to this.
Oh, wow.
So, maybe there's some aerodynamics there. Let's see how you get on. I'm really curious. So, shorter cranks with a steeper effective seat tooth angle, they go hand in hand together. Typically, historically, time trial triathlon bikes have always called for shorter cranks, whether that's other manufacturers specking. That's what we've done. We've always spec'd a shorter crank. But I think when you get on the bike, you'll just find it's just find a lot of comfort. This sounds terrible, but is it leg press, rowing machine, whatever you're leveraging?
Yeah.
Wanting to get full
Extension.
You don't want to start that exercise, here. You want to start it up here.
I see.
So. But yeah, I think also it's a really exciting space in the bike world right now, because if you think about crank length, you have, imagine your shortest friend, however tall they are. We're in our building, I'm going to say she's right here. And then the tallest person we have is probably about up here. Okay, and then what crank lengths has the industry offered up until recently? I'd say maybe 165 to 175. So to cover
that range. Yeah.
Imagine the leg, so I think the beautiful thing about this is that aside from your setup and pursuing aerodynamics and Anthony's campaign and becoming an Ironman athlete where you already are, is that you get these people ultimately. Well, the response in the industry is that these people who are will be getting the right size crank lengths for their height.
I see.
So like SRAM is already looking at 150 to 155.
Oh, wow.
You're seeing that out there, and it's being steered by like the pointy end, like the World Tour and Triathlon Trend and all that. But the beautiful part is at the end of it all, hopefully it's just benefiting the end users.
Yeah.
Like, body proportions and all that. Same maybe with wheel size. You're probably reading about 32-inch wheels becoming a thing. I just hope it kicks off this whole thing about wheel size specific, for bike frames. Like a size 48 might get a smaller wheel, a size 61 gets a bigger wheel. Anybody within earshot and like operations hearing that will probably, want to throw me out the window, because that's, a nightmare from our side of the business. But in terms of somebody just getting the absolute like best package, that kind of makes sense. So
cool. All right, so we got brand new cranks and still have the power meter. I don't know if you can see that back there. Right here, and the power meter basically is just gonna give me the data I need to compare all my previous efforts on the rides, longer rides, maybe on similar routes, just to see how much I've improved or the difference in power numbers or speed and stuff like that. So I'm excited to hop on the bike and compare those efforts. But let's talk about the next upgrade. All right, the next upgrade is something that I've been meaning to announce on this channel. I have done it on Instagram, but I'm now sponsored by The Feed. If you don't know, The Feed is a one-stop shop marketplace for all things endurance. Nutrition, hydration, recovery tools. They have like those Hyper-Rice boots that help with compression, and after a long run, I would spend money to go to a local, I think, studio to use it. They have those for sale. They have anything from watches to bone induction headphones to swim goggles, smart swim goggles, stuff like that. But I mainly went to The Feed for the hydration, nutrition aspect. I reached out to them and I was like, hey, every sponsored athlete out there is super elite and putting up crazy numbers. I'm nowhere near that. I'm on the mission to get to the next level and try to figure out this sport as I'm still very green. I want to show people that you don't have to be elite to start training smarter, to refuel better, whether that's for a 10K, half marathon, ultra marathon, Ironman, half Ironman, all that stuff. And so I'm just happy that they agreed and they decided to sponsor me. I've been doing a bunch of campaigns on Instagram. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave that here. Just finished my first campaign with them, which was the Tour de Feed to celebrate Tour de France, where we gave 40% off of new customers on their first purchase. Right now, using my link, you can get 10% off. We're always running different specials and different promotions, so keep up to date with me on Instagram, or just click the link below and you'll take advantage of whatever promotions that's going on right now. But I'm super excited to announce that I am now sponsored by The Feed. Before, when I was trying to think of sponsors and who to partner up with, I was going to a bunch of nutrition companies to see if they want to sponsor me. What's great about The Feed is they sell all the nutrition brands and all that kind of stuff, all the top brands. And so, yeah, it worked out. The Feed sent over their, athlete welcoming pack, and it's a bunch of nutrition, hydration products that I'm excited to try out. We have Mortal Hydration. There's like a 6-pack variety pack. They have regular and salty. I think the salty is 900 milligrams of sodium. The regular is 450 milligrams of sodium. We have CIS, which is Science in Sport. They're a huge sponsor of a Tour de France team, Happy Tummy Amex. I don't know how to pronounce the name, AMACX, that has 100 milligrams of sodium and 30 grams of carbs. So as I try to figure out my nutrition plan and hydration plan as I continue to grow in this sport, I'm happy to have a sponsor like The Feed to provide me with products to try. I know it's intimidating to get into hydration, nutrition, or to commit to a huge tub and not know if you like the flavor or if it sits well, or even if it performs well. And so I'm excited to have The Feed help me in figuring out what works for me and what doesn't at a fraction of the price. And I'll leave my affiliate link down below for 10% off on your purchase. They're always running different promos, so keep an eye out for those promotions on Instagram, or I'll update here as much as possible. And yeah, again, super excited to have The Feed in my corner and as a sponsor, and for taking a chance on somebody that's super green in the sport, trying to figure this out. And I'm excited to bring you guys along on that journey as I figure it out. And yeah, I also got some brand new cycling shoes. These are the Specialized Torch 2.0s, carbon fiber, super premium, way better than my previous pairs. They have also boas, which is something that I've been meaning to get. They're also white, and so I've been meaning to have the white on white combo, white socks, white shoes. I've been meaning to do that for a while. Let me show you my previous shoes. My old shoes were the Shimano RC1s. They're not bad. I did the half Ironman with them, so you don't need to have super fancy shoes, but I figured I reward myself with a new pair. But yeah, these are mainly indoor cycling shoes, and they have Velcro, which doesn't take a long time to like put on. It just takes slightly longer than the BOA, which are those dials that just tighten them. and I wanted to reward myself. And so I'm excited to break these in, and I don't know if it's gonna make that ton of a difference. Hopefully it does, but yeah, new shoes. So yeah, I pretty much wanted to make a quick video on the upgrades I've made so far. New cranks, a new sponsor, new shoes, and yeah, I'm excited to see where this triathlon takes me. I'm super blessed to have the support of people like you guys watching, my friends and family to help me on this journey, and then now a sponsor to help me dial in the nutrition hydration. Next video will actually be some training. We're doing some hard training, and I'm excited to bring you guys along. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me on this journey. I'm excited to see where this goes. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. It does help a channel of my size, and I'll see you guys in the next video.